All right, we are back here at CMP with another very special guest, and I'm going to let this gentleman introduce himself at this time.
Hi, I'm Braden Peiser. I'm from San Angelo, Texas, but currently I'm now living in Lexington, Kentucky, attending and competing for the University of Kentucky.
Now, a couple of questions here. University of Kentucky or SEC, so we're very familiar with that in this area. What led you over to the University of Kentucky first and foremost?
For me, what really got me there was the academics and a competitive rifle team. Narrowed down the list for me pretty well. And then after making those visits, just visiting Lexington and also visiting with the team, it was a no-brainer that's where I belonged.
You said you were from West Central Texas. Lexington, Kentucky's a little different, more of a city vibe, but what's been the biggest contrast for you once you arrived at college?
Seeing something green for once. Seeing some green, seeing some rain. But no, the biggest difference was having the team around me. Having the team around me and being in the city was a little bit of a contrast as well that I had to adjust to. But being with the team and competing with them every day rather than at home, I would practice with other people maybe 5 times a year, whereas now I'm practicing alone maybe 5 times a year. So I've really enjoyed that aspect of it.
When you got to Lexington, Kentucky, did you realize the craze of basketball that was there? Were you aware of that before you arrived, and how much vastly different was it once you arrived?
I was aware of it once I had committed and signed, and really just looking into Lexington, wanted to learn more about it, and I really understood at that point what Kentucky basketball was. I wasn't a huge basketball fan, but now I've watched or at least have kept up with just about every game that I can, and enjoy watching them and enjoy seeing the players and the team around. They're good people.
Awesome. You're there on another mission. You're there precision shooting, and talk about that a little bit at the University of Kentucky. And how do you guys get? You mentioned your team earlier. How do you guys get in the work you have to do, also your schoolwork, and also be a student athlete as well?
Certainly challenges your time management. Really mastering that your freshman year, especially the first semester if you can, and just trying to keep up with that and trying to trim the fat where you can as well. Trim out the things that eat up your time that aren't productive, or you also need that time to rest as well, but making the most of that time to rest and recoup and socialize. But the adjustment of managing the time properly it's a good lesson to learn, but a hard one.
Having your friends around you and being able to have teammates to lean on and a coach to lean on. Talk about that a little bit and how awesome that is to have that support system.
Oh, it's been amazing. The team is great. I mean, the team's the biggest part of why I'm there, and also our coaches are amazing as well. I mean, our head coach, Coach Mullins, we just finished up his 37th season as a coach at University of Kentucky. So if you want to talk about experience, he's the man. Yeah. And the experience that he's seen of whether he's seen every problem that a student athlete could have, and he's also seen the solutions that they've found for themselves, and you can talk to him and work through that. And then also my teammates as well. If you have a problem, more than likely they've seen the same problem or something similar, and you can lean on them, whether it's finding a solution or just talking to someone, venting to someone. It's really been helpful.
Also, you're competing on the international level as well now, correct? Can you talk about that? We talked to others earlier about that and just how competitive that is. You may be really good here, but when you get on the international level, it's the best in the world.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoy competing at the international level. Success aside, just being there is the highlight of my career to me. That's something that I'll always carry with me is the enjoyment of competing with those people. Just pull my excitement from and my purpose from competing against people such as that. They are the best in the world. There's no doubt about it. And fortunately, I've been able to compete on that level for several years now, in many matches. And I look forward to continuing that as long as I possibly can.
Is there a moment in time where the nerves got to you, or you were on a stage and you were like, "Man, do I belong here?" And And then also, is there a time where you like realize, hey, I do belong here. I am on this level as these other guys?
Yes, I have two great examples of each, or an example of each. My first international match in 2018, I was 13 years old, the youngest competitor there, and I did not feel like I belonged at all when once I got into the match. I felt like I did before, but when reality set in, it hit hard. But also this past year in Peru, in Lima, went into that match really feeling like I put myself in the best position to succeed, and in the competition, I felt like I proved that to myself and to others that was a place that I belonged, and was a place that I could find success and find that success consistently.
Growing up there in Central Texas, did you ever think shooting would take you all over the world to compete, or is that just a dream that became reality so fast you didn't even know it was happening?
It was something I never even considered from the beginning. I grew up with my family hunting and shooting. My granddad was a game warden, so it was absolutely a piece of our family, and just carried that on. Got started in 4-H at 8 years old, and took that on through the different paths of competitive shooting to USA shooting, and then USA shooting's been a great path to continue that on, and took me into college, took me into ISSF matches. But that was not something I ever considered when I started. Didn't even know it existed.
That's awesome. And I really appreciate you sitting in with us today. I know you just got through competing earlier, and you got things to do as well. So thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us. It's been very educational. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me share.